Good afternoon. I am at Willow Park, or will be once I get down at the bottom. And I'm not going down this way, I don't think. Just hold on here. I'm not getting much closer, but that would be quite the toboggan hill. We've got Fort Edmonton Park over there on the other side of the river. So I am going to head through the trail that way, which I believe takes me to stairs. The stairs go down to start with, but there's always the coming back. It's currently -8. Quite the breeze blowing right now. Might be hearing it in the microphone. I think this is the nicest it's going to be for the rest of the week, so it'll be time to bundle up on the walks. These trails, I'm hoping we'll see if I can get to the Terwilligar pedestrian bridge. We'll see how it goes. But the stairs are already coming up here. We'll see how well they're maintained. Looks good so far. That pedestrian bridge over there is the bridge that takes you to Fort Edmonton Park. And I'm going to be heading down all these stairs. And the exciting part is I'll end up having to come back up again. It's nice and brushy in here. Looks like a nice park. Down we go. Well, those were quite well maintained stairs for the winter time. We're now in the, I think this is the Willow Ravine. Being a Monday, it's fairly quiet down here. And being just before New Year's and kind of cold, I think people have kind of hunkered down. And there's the old North Saskatchewan River again. Remember, all trails I take end up by the river. Except yesterday. It was a creek, but not a river. In Edmonton, we do have very good trail systems in and around the river valley. Well used though, so on a summer sunny day, these places will be packed with people. But I guess the upside is they're getting used, and hopefully people are being respectful, which is probably 95% true. But it's always that other 5% that are a bunch of donkeys that screwed up for the rest of us. They must have a nice view from way up there. Nice to have money, eh? We would take you to the Fort Edmonton Park bridge across the river. That trail will take you up to a residential neighborhood. I'm going to continue southwest here towards the Terwilligar Bridge. Being down in the trees here kind of keeps the wind off of you, which is nice. And I try to go to a walking pace that keeps me warm. Other than the descent on the stairs, this is a fairly easy walk. The trails are nice and groomed. If you'd started at Fort Edmonton Park, it pretty much would have been flat the whole way. No stairs or anything. There are little offshoot trails that go into the trees and stuff. But for today, I'm going to stick to the groomed trails. I didn't wear my boots. I debated. I brought them with me. But I looked at the trails and saw how well they were groomed. So I thought hiking shoes will do the trick today. Interesting how there's such a large undeveloped piece of land here down by the river, but good for us walkers. I guess it keeps the area natural. Something tells me too it's probably a floodplain when the North Saskatchewan floods its banks, which in the, how long have I been here now? 35 years, just about 40 years. No, can't be that long. Well, just about, I guess. The river has flooded areas probably 2 or 3 times anyways. Just a few flakes of snow falling. Marked difference on the people you pass on the trails. Not as friendly as out in the country, in the small towns. Like 20 years ago, over in that area there on the other side of the river, you can kind of see where that hump is. There were 3 or 4 houses that collapsed. The riverbank gave way and they collapsed into the river. It's a shame when you build your dream home and find out that there hasn't been sufficient engineering done on the erosion. I don't think there was much in the way of insurance when it came to that either, so those people kind of lost everything. Hard to tell from a difference, but I'd be worried about those houses there too. They might be on the other side of the street though, but just looks pretty sandy and not very solid. Coming up to the Terwilligar Bridge. This will take us across the river to Terwilligar Park. North Saskatchewan is quite a windy river. A pair of foxes, nope, coyotes. A pair of coyotes out on the ice there. Wind picked up going across the river here. A little chilly. Actually 3 of them out there. 4. What are they yapping about? We hear that sometimes in the acreages behind our house. Okay, we're at the off-leash area. Several paths through here. I took a side trail into the trees here. There's a lady and her kid with her just behind me. And Tommy's got to pee. Let's carry on down this trail. There is the main cleared path that goes through here, and I think these side trails are for the off-leash part of the area. These 4 coyotes were on the other side of the river from here, basically straight across. I hope they've determined that they can't cross. I don't want to run into them. I think there's probably a lot of these hidden gem areas in Edmonton that you don't know about until you go looking for them. And I suppose if you live around here and have a dog, you know about them because you're looking for places to let them run. Still find with this DJI thing, I'm not holding it far away from me, and all of a sudden I'll be like this. Coming to a clearing here where it's probably the open area where the dogs run. Fair number of people here, people riding bikes. Big parking lot over there too. Don't know how to access it from this side, so I never really looked that up. There's another park like this in West Edmonton called Laurier Park. And there's a dog park there too. And that one I've seen it to be pretty busy. It's like dogs gone wild there, running all over the place. If it's been minus 25 for a few days and then it warms up, that place near the zoo turns into a zoo. Pretty calm here today though. Like I said, a lot of people still working, being December 30th. Trail that heads that way up to the top, probably at the entrance to the park. I'm going to stick to the trail that'll take me back to the bridge. Kind of nice that you can now get from Fort Edmonton Park to Terwilligar, and who knows, there might be more areas that you can head south. I was caught. The lady was asking me what I was doing with my camera. She was interested though, and nice. She wasn't being accusatory. Just told her that I like to take pictures of birds and talk to you people about my crazy walking exploits. Okay, this sign says on this side of the bridge I've got 2.1 kilometers to the Willow Ravine, and don't forget I got like 200 stairs to climb as well. I'll just check my watch here, see how far I've gone. Well, my watch says I've gone 3.7 kilometers. It was off compared to Runkeeper yesterday, so we'll see how they compare at the end of this, but over 3 kilometers so far, that's good. And 2.1 to get back, 250 stairs. That will be what I would call a good day. The coyotes did make it across the ice. Luckily, I did not run into them. kind of seem like pups. Just out having fun. Oh, here comes that wind again off the river. I bet they sure can make some uninterrupted miles when the river's frozen. Still out there. As long as I don't run into them. I keep saying that. I've yet to run into one in any great fearful situation. Hey look, sun's coming out. Again, if you don't like the weather in Alberta, wait a minute. Sadly, I discovered I was walking with the wind, and now I'm walking into it. I think I've seen more big wheel bikers out here than walkers today. There's a road up there. I swear 100 years ago we used to be able to drive down here. It's just a service road now. Someone was ambitious and decorated the tree. Note to self, how do you get rid of Christmas decorations? Take them out into the country with you and just decorate a tree outside. Never come back again. Just past the same lady again. No acknowledgement, no hello, no smile, nothing. You kind of look like that female gym teacher in the movie Porky's. Another missing hat. I think that's the second or third one I've seen. Yeah, there's another one coming up. Anyone missing a brown or a black and white striped hat down in the ravine here? There they are, hanging on the trees. Same with kids and coats. There's a elementary school near my house where I walk around, sometimes through the field, and there'll be like 2 or 3 coats lying out there. Say, how did you lose your coat? I could see you were playing and took it off because you were too hot, but wouldn't you grab it again when the bell rings? What does your mom and dad say when you get home and you're missing your coat? A lot of seniors out walking these trails, which is good for them. What does that say about me, though? Am I one of them? At the intersection again. It's the bridge to the Fort Edmonton Park. That's the trail up the hill. And I'm walking this way to Wolf Ravine and the ever-anticipated stairs. One of those 2 houses is for sale over there, I noticed on realtor.ca. Awfully close to the river, though. Wonder if you'd be able to insure it. That riverbank looks kind of suspect, too. Always nice to live near the river with a body of water, but sometimes that body of water wants to consume whatever's in its path. Still have a bit of a hitch in my back from when I fell on the sidewalk the other day. Trying to work it out. This is nice. There's a better shot of those 2 houses right on the river. And then the bridge heading over to Fort Edmonton. I'm not a big fan of people or anything, but anybody I pass just seems darn rude. Well, let's do these stairs. Oh, not there yet. Had to take a break. Thanks, Joseph Artili. I'm gonna take advantage of your bench. Oh, those seemed extra tough for some reason. But we did it, right? I didn't count the number. Too busy trying to not stop breathing. It's a double negative. I don't care. The oxygen ran from my brain. Whew. Here's a better view from up here with the sun shining. Well, let's keep heading her. We're almost back to the car. My legs kind of feel like spaghetti now. Still huffing a bit. Worked up a pretty good sweat going up those stairs. And I think I did a fine number of kilometers today, including those stairs. That's a real 80s style cedar home. There's quite a few of them built in this area back in the day. There's my Jeep over there. Once I'm there, I'll check my mileage on my 3 devices. Okay, on Runkeeper I got 6.96 kilometers, and on Google Maps I got 6.6 kilometers, and on my watch I got 6.4 kilometers. So I'm going to say it was 7 kilometers plus those stairs. Runkeeper, I'm going to say, for the win. My watch I set to hiking mode instead of walking mode, so I don't know if that made a difference. But overall, it was an hour and 45-minute walk. So, until the next one.